Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Premiere Next. In this video you are going to get all the information related to the latest review updates of the series called Ekko Season 1. It is unlikely that Ekko, the new MCU series, whose first 5 episodes are currently available for early viewing on Disney Plus and Hulu, will be remembered as a turning point that saves Marvel, the company that appears to be in decline as a superhero empire. The first episode of the 5-episode season feels like it's trying to break the record for the longest previously on segment you've ever seen, even though the show is billed as a spotlight series, meaning that viewers who aren't familiar with the show can still enjoy it without having to catch up on everything else that has happened in this vast universe of films and television. Review updates of Ekko Season 1 heavily reliant on filling in the gaps of everything you actually apparently do need to know, with some repurposed footage that then gives way to new sequences. It feels more like cramming in homework right before a test starts and represents a mighty rocky start for a series that starts to hit its stride the longer it goes on. It nearly makes one wish that the baggage of this vast world had nothing to do with it. Sadly, it does quite a little. Even though it is among the greatest in the series and has more graphic and bold aspects than many of its previous entries, it doesn't say nearly as much as one could think. Much attention has been paid to Marvel's alleged demise and its grip on popular culture. Even the most ardent of fans have been less won over by the recent flood of material, which can be explained by a number of factors, including diminishing box office returns, what is now known as superhero fatigue, and an increase in their television presence that has been characterized by more fails than hits. The race to establish a presence on the small screen has been the clearest example of this push for more and more content, even at the sacrifice of quality. For every very amazing television show like Miss Marvel, there is an extremely disheartening and truly repulsive production such as Secret Invasion. Fascinatingly, Ekko is one of the most intriguing MCU entrants in a long time and may indicate a new direction for Marvel, despite her poor start. Out of the 3 episodes that were made available to critics, everything that comes after the first one's introduction is only better, because we get to see the characters and universe grow. Ekko comes to life when it is constructed around the more organic tiny touches that are unencumbered by the shambling MCU. What this series accomplishes is all the more promising in light of the fact that the remainder of the franchise feels like dead weight. About Ekko Season 1, the show begins in earnest with a lengthy flashback in which we learn how Maya Ekko Lopez, the deaf indigenous protagonist expertly portrayed by quacks, came to be entwined with Wilson Fisk, also known as Kingpin, who was once again portrayed by the incomparable Vincent D'Onofrio. Maya's origin tale is packed with details, and her synopsis is awkward, despite the action sequence featuring a well-known masked visage. Excellent actors like Zahn McClarnon lended gravitas during the little time we see him, which is another instance of reused video, but some other forced appearances make it more confusing as to why this was purportedly intended. The first episode of Ekko obviously aims to catch up with a wider audience, but it doesn't accomplish it well. This is counterbalanced by the more fascinating parts, when it appears that Maya has time-traveling abilities. On a larger scale, the show truly begins when the main character returns to Omaha, Oklahoma, from the big city. There, she forges new bonds with her Choctaw Nation tribe and hatches plans to overthrow Fisk's empire even if it means suffering a tremendous deal of personal loss. Ekko predominantly relies on this underlying narrative for its existence. It is, yet, also, in many ways, the least engaging segment of the series. Rather, the program truly comes to life during the scenes where we witness Maya starting to establish a connection with the individuals she left behind. Although they are sometimes neglected, Chase Spencer from The English plays Maya's Uncle Henry, and Devry Jacobs from Reservation Dogs plays her cousin Bonnie. Both actors are fantastic in their short moments. Veteran performers Graham Greene as Scully and Tantu Cardinal as Chula are both excellent in their minor but crucial roles. A lot of talk has been made about Ekko's more graphic fight sequences, in which characters die and bones break. One particularly memorable scene is when a character dies upside down and blood pours over their lifeless face. The indigenous group that Maya returns to, however, is the show's central focus and creates a complex and nuanced world for us to live in. While it nearly gets a small reunion here, Rutherford Falls, which has gone too quickly, and the previously mentioned reservation dogs are both more fully realized than Ekko. Unlike the first episode, which had an abundance of superhero references, the following episodes of the show have a refreshing feeling of patience as they just let us sit with grounded characters, including a stupid one who gets a fantastic laugh driving along the road with a beat-up truck. Even yet, there's still a sense of unease as Ekko attempts to separate itself from everything that has come before and aim for something fresh for the future. If you are watching this video on YouTube, please click on the like button and subscribe to the channel for the latest updates related to upcoming movies and series.